I've been getting questions, so let's talk about Happy Place. A few days ago, I released a teaser trailer announcing a forthcoming album called Happy Place. For those of you who know me offline, in real life, this musical style and aesthetic won't come as a surprise. However, for fans of OSC who are more familiar with my electronic music, my synthwave and my ambient stuff, this upcoming album might seem somewhat out of character. A strange and unexpected departure from my previous work. Well, allow me to explain. About a year ago, after hearing Ambient Time, a YouTuber named Temperist who makes Roblox videos approached me to commission a short piece of music to use in an upcoming video. I made him something, and in the process we got to talking about the music in his videos in more general terms. He mentioned that he would like a body of loopable music for different scenarios to utilise throughout future videos, bespoke to his tastes, and something that might, over time, become an integral part of his channel's broader aesthetic. Now, I thought this sounded like a video game soundtrack, something I'm starting to feel reasonably versed in and confident with, having made several video game soundtracks in the last few years. The more we talked, Temperist's reference material and the things he was kind of using as a musical mood board, it was all Nintendo music from the 90s and early 2000s, mostly Mario and Animal Crossing, which with my background and gaming tastes, it felt like it simply had to happen. After some brainstorming, we decided on something that borrowed inspiration from the Animal Crossing's New Horizons soundtrack. The instrumentation would be mostly acoustic and electroacoustic, like electric guitar, electric pianos, whirlies, that sort of thing. And it would be created in such a way as to sound a lot like it's just a handful of musicians simply jamming in a somewhat understated way. Musically, we felt it needed to lean into similar techniques that Nintendo games often feature, that sort of playful, unpretentious fusion of things like trad jazz and Americana. There's a little bit of ska, surf rock, Latin samba and other bits and pieces. I believe, or hope, that the illusion of several musicians playing live in a studio is a fairly convincing one, and I'm very pleased with how the album shaped up. Temperist also seemed to like it a lot. I must give a huge thanks to Temperist, giving me the opportunity to make this album. He was a wonderful collaborator. His input, guidance and ideas were invaluable in helping shape the project, and at times reining in some of my more, shall we say, out there ideas that probably would have gone too far in the wrong direction. Whilst he was a client, he also acted like a creative consultant or an executive producer. He was always open to new ideas, never forthright or dogmatic, very clear in communication, and I really valued his insight and support. It's worth noting the kind of music present on this album, that sort of playful Americana crossed with light jazz, is something that I schooled myself on in my late teens and early 20s. Back then, in my late teens and early 20s, when I started getting very serious about playing and making music, I was playing and writing music just like what's on this album. So 20 years later, it's like I've come full circle and finally managed to make a record that I always knew was in me but never had the vessel through which to realise the idea or the wherewithal to make it a reality. Happy Place releases on October 6th and will be available on my Bandcamp page as well as streamable in all the usual places. Obviously, you're going to hear loads of music from it on Temperist's videos too, so if you're into Roblox and you watch him, listen out for it. I'm very aware that this is a huge stylistic departure from my previous output, and with that in mind, I'm going to set the price on Bandcamp at Name Your Price. Right, I hope that shed some light on things. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'll try and answer them. Catch you later.